Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. My name's Marge. I'm a heel impact. Just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. I gotta talk about stuff so I don't act out. Can't be acting out. Can't be mad about stuff. Throwing tantrums like a little baby, little child. I see the whole world throwing tantrums. They feel powerless and now they're acting out. And freaking violent ways. Homeboy, was born. He wasn't on my radar. I didn't even know who the kid was. Honestly, he was born year after I graduated high school, and they have all these characters on the main stage that we don't really have that much of alignment. It's just nobody should. It's all senseless acts of violence. Just there's no place for it in my earth, so I can't be focusing on that stuff. I gotta be focusing on things that are gonna contribute in a positive way. So I'm a contrarian. That's what I am. I contradict myself. What I do live to do is get other people just hear and think in other ways that they've never have before. That's all I want to do. I don't care if people agree with me. That's not my intended purpose. I'm not trying to change minds. I'm just trying to expand minds. And I've lived a lot of personal experience, and like today is one of those days that they glorify that I have a hard time with. So I got to stay off social media and stuff like that because it triggers emotions in me, and I'm trying to be a peaceful being. Because I was a part of the air farce, United States air farce. Because as far as I'm concerned, the military is an extension of DC. They work congruently, hand in hand, because both try to get people to perceive things how one group wants them to perceive for the group's benefit, and that's stupid. And so when I enlisted back in 2000, the year 2000, I had nothing. I was 25 years old. I drank too much. I was a couch surfer. I had a little dog that I wanted to take care of when he got old, and I wasn't on any kind of trajectory to do that. So I had talked about going into the air force for a couple years. I just said, but now it's like I gotta actually take action in like, if I'm gonna be a person of integrity, I gotta do what I'm gonna say. So I had to lose 20. I lost 28 pounds in 3 months, and for me to just go in, like it was such a hassle. Like, and the freaking recruiter was younger than me, and we would have conversations. Because I was an adult. I wasn't an 18-year-old child just going from one controlled environment to another, or one extremely structured environment to less, because I was terribly disappointed in what the military actually is. And I would have conversations with the recruiter, and I'd ask him things like, eh, you know, or he would tell me things like, don't judge the Air Force on basic training. That's not what the Air Force is really about. And then when you get to tech school, don't base the Air Force on tech school. That's not what the Air Force is really about. And then he would say, and then he'd say, and don't judge the Air Force by your first duty station, because that's not. And then I started thinking, like, what is it then? If they're so busy trying to get people to believe what it is, and then they're telling people like me it's not really that way, people like me are really going to start paying attention. Then, well, how is it then if that's not really how it is? And then, so I went in wide eyed, and then I'd ask them questions like, hey, who are the lowest test scores on ASVAB, on the military entrance exams? I said, is it the cops? He laughed and he said, no, they're the second lowest. It's the people in services that wipe down the gym equipment and make your cartoned eggs in the dorms and stuff like that. Like the little worker bees that clean up after the people that do the important stuff. And so above that, and then ask yourself, if you know anybody that was in the military and they don't talk about what they did, they probably did shit that you would be very disappointed in them that they did it. That's why I'm like, I tell everybody because I'm not ashamed of my behavior. I was following orders and then I got out after 6 years, and I've been telling people ever since, don't fucking let anybody you love into that fucking stage production where real people die. And I've been standing on my truth that this country is a lie ever since. And so and you ask yourself, like, the people that like, what did they do? The majority of them, I bet they were like SP. They were like military police. And all they do is go around be assholes to people on the base, just like your local. And then they do 2 years, right? They'll do 2 years, 4 years, and then they get out because it's not, it's not what they wanted to do. And then they go back to their local hometown. Look in your local, wherever you live. Look at the police department, at the requirements, at what it takes to carry a gun and freaking designate who a good guy and bad guy is. All they need is a GED or a high school diploma. But I needed a college education to be somebody. So you got a bunch of stupid people with guns. Because they're not expected to have any kind of discernment. And then you got people with trigger, little shaky. They're scared because they ain't never been booed at. That makes for a very shaky trigger. So I don't know. The world is a dangerous place because of the Second Amendment. Because crazy people, sane people, they all got a right to freaking shoot me because they don't like me. It's always been like this. Now it's just spread out to the rest of everybody else's knowing. The world isn't any different. It's just more out there for more people to see, and it's affecting more people in their lives directly. So after I went in the military, and when I got to my first duty station, I got there 2001 July after tech school because I was I actually did shit. I was aerospace ground equipment. We had the second longest tech school. We had to learn all, hydraulic systems. We had to learn electrical systems, like read a schematic, like do all this stuff, like so we could support the mission. And what's the mission? It's the fucking Muppet Show. That's what the mission was for a year and a half before 9/11. So I get to my first duty station. And then they did the controlled demolition, and 9/11 happened after I got there. And what happened was I was in the shop at the aid shop, and freaking Sergeant Peterson, the freaking flight chief, comes out of the flight, it was so dramatic, throws the door open. Flight, fall in! Like, everybody, like, America's under attack. He starts running down the stairs. He trips. He stumbles. He catches himself. It kind of blew the moment. I'm thinking he didn't rehearse well enough. America's under attack. We started prepping equipment because we knew it was Afghan, so we knew who did it, so we're gonna go bomb them. That's what America does. We'll sort stuff out later. We do what we want. That's what men in America do. We do what we want when we want, and then we don't care if we get forgiveness. Fuck it, we did the right thing because that's what our penises told us to do. Our lack of testosterone. Understand, last year, the military-industrial complex, the VA system, all-encompassing, spent $58 million that single moms and dads didn't get to take care of their kids, or people didn't get to take care of their health. $58 million on male enhancement drugs. That's what the production of this country is. And if I don't start hearing more veterans speak out about this shit, what good fucking are you then? What fucking good are you then? You lazy bastard, just sat around while I work the flight line and I watch it, and you go home and then you tell your family how hard you work when you really fucking didn't. And I just went from one male-dominated career to the next, and then I went into IT, and then you see how fucking pervy and creepy really are, and how they don't ever punish the fucking people that I had to scrub porn off their laptops. It's always the salesman, dude. It's always the creepy little salesman. Like, dude, I know who you are. I know what you're doing, and there's nothing that you can say that's gonna make me think that you are a decent person. You want to see how somebody is, and they have a Windows machine? Go into the search bar and type in percent temp percent, and you will see who you are dealing with, because that is a memory stamp of every place they've ever gone. So if they've seen a stamp, it's in there. I know who the dirty are. I just don't like them, and there's so many of them. They want to be liked, they want to be revered, and I ain't gonna do it. And I'm gonna put them on blast every chance I get. So after America got attacked and we started prepping equipment, that was like 9:30 in the morning Nebraska time, right? And now freaking, because where I was stationed, that's where the doomsday plane is. So okay, now you gotta set the stage. Here comes little baby bitch Bush. So he comes in, the whole world's watching. George Bush, baby bitch Bush, landed off it, get on the doomsday plane because America's under attack. I didn't even know the towers fell until 10 o'clock that night. I had to go to the laundry room because I lived in the dorms. And then I watched, and I was like, dude, any fucking dumbass like me, grew up watching PBS, that is a controlled demolition. And I remember watching on PBS, like, what people would have to do in order to make those like they tell us what you're gonna do, and then they do it. They just don't do it at the same time, you know? This country is such a fucking lie. It could be such a cool place. Like, we could have gardens, and like people like me that don't like dealing with other people, that like just like they're the ones that want to go sit in a truck and collect trash for people, or get in an excavator and clear land to build places. Like, they just want to be left alone to create in their own way, us, or fix and maintain the things that people need in order. But all this made up reindeer games got, like, too many people have so much from having nothing. When too many people have nothing from working so hard, that's an imbalance, and the shift is happening. I will give everything that I am to anyone to make their lives better. Any information, any data, any knowing that I have, I will give to others for free. And then the universe affords me to take care of my mother because I have done that. That's how energy works. I don't believe that the highest vibrational frequency on an earth is love, because love is such a fucking lie to more people than it's not. To me, it's being an authentic person, whatever that authentic person is. So if you're going to be a trash heap, you're going to be a scumbag, you're going to be a materialistic, opportunistic, freaking self-absorbed, narcissistic, that's fine. Just don't fucking act like you're not. Just let the whole world know that you're the biggest one. It's people acting like they care when they don't. They don't. Like the storyline of us sending money over to the desert, so for storylines on fucking Hollywood scripts, because that's all it is. Yeah, people really died. We really killed a lot of people. I saw the equipment come in. I saw the Marines, what it did to them when we did Shock and Awe in '03. They were all the 500 fucking dudes that were really big and tough a little while ago, or little fucking little bitches, like shells of themselves, literally pissing on themselves. Like, they just can't believe what they did. And so many of them did things that they liked, and then they have to live with that forever. Because what war does to men, it arouses them in ways that you wives, daughters, aunties, you don't want to see these. You don't want to look at your boys like that. But you know what your boys are like. They're frat brats, protected. Oh, she wanted me. She liked me. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. All the she's that didn't. I even worked on a college campus, Creighton University. There was shit covered up all the time. Terrible things. People drinking too much. Somebody taking their will over somebody else's. The family with the most money wins. They contribute to the university. It's a payoff. Everything goes away. Happens all the time. But people just turn their kids over like they did such a good job raising them for 18 years that these kids have every tool that they need. I saw a dude the other day glorifying his young son that created a new alcoholic beverage drink at his bar. That's not cute, that's sad. Alcohol causes 7 kinds of cancer. It creates disease and discomfort not just to the person that is in consumption, but to all of those around them. And people can pretend they're a great person and they're this and that, but you just it always they always evolve from one thing to another, and I will never co-sign anybody endorsing that. I have struggles with alcohol of my own. I found myself in the alcohol department in town recently looking at the new stuff. I don't like alcohol. Like I was sober 14 years and then I went about 7 months went down the wine. Like I wanted to know what people were talking about when they talk about legs and body full, like the wine lingo. And then what I came to the conclusion of is that that shit is stupid. And I have all the other things I'd rather do than sit around and have the same conversations about fruity bouquets and stuff like that. I just soon talk about the military brass if I'm going to talk about fruity bouquets, because that's what largely of what America is us doing weird shit in secret, and then they call it military intelligence, and you can't tell because you're against the country if you tell the terrible stuff that people do. And they use stuff, the military, like people, personnel using the government stuff at like taking it home. Like it's always like that. Just like when people work in hospitals, they're always taking supplies home. There's just always cheaters in all the groups. It's terrible. But it's allowed because that's what America does, is it teach people to live that best life and do what you want. And if you're good, you'll get shit because a guy in a red suit said so. And people want me to co-sign this shit my whole life, dude. Like I spent every Christmas on a Greyhound bus from the time I was 6 years old till I was 12, and I was like, dude, this is stupid. I'm not going down to see my dad just so because it could be a dick to me. Like 11 and a half hours on a bus staring out the window trying to hold still, be comfortable, while like, no. So for me to be like, oh, Marge, why are you gonna shit on everybody else? Why does everybody else have to believe in stupid shit like fucking Santa Claus? Why do I gotta go along with stupid shit? We were like the person that you draw at Denny's one year. We weren't gonna have no Christmas, like, cause we had to pay for that stupid fucking bus ticket. And we got a Christmas. We got like a couple board games, a puzzle. Like our whole lives, the only reasons why we got shit is because somebody felt like giving it to us. In a whole fucking world, they tell me, Mars, there's 7 billion people on the planet. Oh yeah, because I've been asking for help for a long time. So where are they? I haven't had a day off to myself in 7, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years. Where I don't have to worry about another living being. And I'm surrounded by people that only fucking care about themselves. And it makes me fucking sick. So I don't go out much. But me and Mom, we've been driving around. The other day we did the Enchanted Circle. It was less than climactic. I mean, the drive is beautiful, but I'm like, dude, this is why people don't have what they need because of this little fucking poser ski valley. Like, people travel far away to come here and they can't fucking make this place better. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you stupid cousins? I've been trying to get a hearing test. I did get a call back yesterday. And then when I called back, then I didn't get a call back after that. But I wasn't willing to pick up when she called because I was picking up Tucker's remains. I miss my dogs. See, because they let me love them. And things out there, they hate themselves. So if I bring love to them, they don't want it. They disregard it. So I get denied a lot. It's my Chiron and Aries. It's just how life is. It's just how things are. It's just how life is. It's just how it is. You know, you can't complain about it. You just have to acknowledge that this is how life is and get on with things, right? And then after that whole what happened on 9/11? The rest of the story is they initiate their protocols. They have their protocols that you gotta do when the cokehead comes to town. That's what George Bush was. He's no more than a fraternity brother cokehead. My brother's a skull and bones. Just a wide organization where they're gonna freaking can't hold so dear what's in the group while they fucking shit on their own family. That's why I hate clubs. I fucking hate clubs. I hate baseball clubs. I hate football clubs. Anytime like a small group benefits while so many people and the masses in the United States are living in their cars. It's coming on winter, dude. Like people like they don't get it. Like this is your first winter, you don't know what a killer cold weather is on mechanical equipment, on metal, on cold metal because it gets cold and then it warms up. So it's the temperature difference and parts are made with soft metals anyway, and so that's how parts break. Batteries die. We're going to have the whole battery debacle yet again. Every year went through it with our radios. Batteries, we're batteries. Human beings are batteries. We're the ultimate technology, right? One day, we lose our ability to hold a charge. Because we're batteries. Our heart beats, bloop, bloop, that's a battery, right? One day, just battery stops, done. Our work is done. We are not working for our comfort, anybody else's, no more. And so they create batteries, little storage containers where you can hold energy. That's what we are, right? And then they hold the energy in the battery, but when it's cold out, that battery gets cold and it can't hold the energy. So it loses its ability to hold that charge. It can take a charge, but it can't hold the charge. And so it drops all the juice out faster. You know? And, nobody should be paying for electricity in 2025, yet bills are going up. It's backwards. People are really starting to figure out how this stuff works. And I am of the belief, with my scientific background and my mechanical engineer mind, that they do in fact take, we look at where most of the cities lie on. They lie close to plus or minus 2 from main parallels, like the 35th. That's where I was born, on the third. I was born on the 34th, but I have a plus or minus 2 rule, degree wise. And so think about all the cities, main cities, that are on the 35th parallel or within plus or minus 2. I live now plus or minus 2 from the 35th parallel. I think I'm on the 36th now. And then you go all the way across, and there's all these so you have people that are collections of energy, pockets of energy within their house, and then they gather within cities and towns. And they, I used to go to big AA meetings, and Tuesday night, there'd be anywhere from 350 to 500 people in this Tuesday night meeting. And in the winter, I'd always get there at least a half hour early, at least, because of parking. I wanted to park and then so I could get my seat, get through the thinking, and be on my way and be done. And so I get there early, and even in the winter in Nebraska, Bellevue, where it's like very cold. It got equally as cold there as got coldest I ever felt there was -35. I felt that in Fairbanks. So that's the coldest I ever experienced. Just all sucks. I hate cold weather because my little battery doesn't hold a charge. I don't have no earth in my chart. So, but as people would come in and hang up their coats, like by the door in the coats, it was cold because the cold would be contained in the coats by the coat rack, right? So you didn't want to be by the door. But like I sell raffle tickets and stuff like that, so I just wore layers. But the room it would ultimately end up very hot in there because you're in like a little room symposium, like a basketball in a church, and then you put 300 people in it, all with 98-degree temperatures plus, or roughly. That room's going to get hot, and people don't think about induction, how that room, it's like reverse. I don't know how to explain it. I know that Sabrina Wallace chick like talks about stuff like this, but I don't really take much merit. I'll listen to what anybody has to say because I know that there's people that have never done things, but they have knowing about things that they've never done. I have this with all my Pisces in me. I'm psychic intuitive. I see people's behavior. I thought everybody could see people's behavior, but they don't. But I do. So I let people be them. Sometimes I'll let other people know who they are. Because I'm a fucking bullshit meter. I grew up a candid camera kid. Like, my whole life, mom has been saying, you better not do too many weird things because there's always something watching you, keeping track. And that always stuck with me. So, you know. You doing okay, Ma?
Okay.
You comfy?
Yeah.
You getting hot in your bits?
Yeah.
You need the fan? I don't know why it's not charging. Mom's waking up. Oh, Ma!
Are you okay?
My body looks like it's okay, but it is just wearing out. It's wearing out. If it's overcast today, we'll go get gas and go for a ride. Maybe. If I feel up to it. I don't know. Yesterday was energetically taxing. Here, let me see that. There, how's that? Let me turn it. There, how's that? Oh, there it goes. Let me turn off the light. Is that better? Do I need to turn that light around? I got my new slippers. I think feet care is so important. I got these new slippers. They're nice. They're not going to last me very long, I don't think. I'm such a heavy walker. Like I always been a heavy walker, so. Oh, so they did the protocol. They implemented their protocol, and here comes baby bitch Bush. And what they do is they came around I'm picturing it in my mind because I drove these routes so many times, and you can see it. There's pictures off it. You can see it. Like I could show you. Okay, he came in this way. He came around this little building in the hangar here, and he passed by in front of the aid shop. And I went to the load bank door because they announced on the radio, over the radio, that there's no in and out entrance. So you can't open and close the door in any of these buildings as he's taxiing by. I went over by the load bank door and just stuck my arm out and gave him the old MLN salute. Because I've known what that piece of shit was my whole life. And that was for freedom of speech. Because I don't agree with the shit he did. And I did the fucking shit they told me to do anyway. A year and a half we played dress up, go to war after 9/11. Every month. From Monday through Friday, through the weekend, 11 days, or 12 days. We pretended like we bombed other countries. To the point that I have a toe tag someplace where they put me in the morgue. Like I was a casualty. Like they do this stuff to create realities. And then they create the reality. But see, there's a truth out there. And they took that truth away. And that truth, it's begging to live. And that's why I will forever say, I am sorry for my service because this nation is a lie. It told me things and I believed it too, because I used to go to parades when I was a little kid, get all excited because everybody's all excited. You know, they're drinking, having a good time. I got to drink soda. Ooh, everybody's woo, 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 woo. You keep people up there at a level up there, they'll never want to know peace because peace is boring. That's how the program starts. So I speak from experience, and I understand that I am not comprehended by many because most people, their experience is what? Who do you know in the military? What did they do? I was supposed to be a lineman. I was supposed to be a pole climber. That was my initial job, and I was 3 pounds overweight because I started my period that morning. So that set my life off in a different trajectory. Thank goodness, because I would have been sniped, likely, if I would have been. Get your back. How many people get a paycheck to help me? They should thank me. More people should thank me for my existence so that they can get a paycheck. Because all I'm trying to do is get a hearing test. It is so fucking laughable. Because I'm losing my hearing. Because I used to work next, or in age, there's just all this loud equipment, all this loud stuff. And it makes me sad, the idea of losing my ear sight, my hearing. You want to go up there, pretty nest? She said, get out of my chair, I'm in the mood. You gonna sit up there? Ready to get up the old lady? She said, get up this day, I'm in the mood. So, if you know any service members, go ask them, what did you do? Like, what did you really, did you know who is age? Like, what did age do? And see what their reference to age, because most people are support. They just sit back, like, a lot of people, they work in the hospitals, they work in the administrative side, they work in, like, training. Most of the military's training. You gotta keep training. But it's always by people that don't know how to do jack shit. That's why it's so funny. All the training I had, suicide prevention training. I took every little bit I could. Suicide prevention. You okay? Suicide prevention training? Took all that stuff. Which is good, because now I can help out at the Gorge Bridge. There have been three jumps. 2 completed, and 1 was intercepted. I just want to put my sticker on there and say, dude, don't jump, call me instead. But people are fucking ruin everything. I'll get stupid calls too, so. That just comes with it, The shit comes with the freaking decency. That's what living a human, a spiritual experience on a. See, I never believed that what they told us about humans, huh? It's bullshit. What they told us about humans. I think we're from all different shades, or from different parts of the galaxy. That's what I think. Because people, they might live on different parts of the earth, but they're from different, they're not the same frequency. Don't act the same. I mean, there's people that, like, I mean, that use their own handle. Well, no. See, there's people that have, and they want to say everybody's all the same. I don't think that is true, too. I think the government has more of an idea of what I am than I do. Though. Because they're probably trying to figure out how this bitch is still alive after the 8 fucking anthrax they gave me in 8 months. In '03. Like they intentionally wreck people. Like I am a poster child for between all the abuse of what happened when I was a little kid and people pleasing. Like I should be one of those MK Ultra people, but I'm not gonna put a gun in my hand because I don't want to shoot nobody. You know, you put guns to sniper is the biggest fucking coward. Like what a pussy fucking thing to be as a sniper is to shoot people from far away when they're unsuspecting. Like, what a little bitch move. Like, so, okay, whoever did it. They got away, just like the guy that, the guy that doesn't have a scar on his ear, like, he didn't get away. Like, they just impose realities that people aren't stupid enough to believe anymore. Because people like me are out here going, hey, your country's lying to you. It's a production. Corp USA, it's all about marketing and getting people to believe the fucking hype that's based on bullshit. Like, Hollywood, why do they even try anymore? Like, put a bubble over fucking Hollywood and just let them duke themselves out because, like, try reality. Like, there's no way that anybody that is a derivative of that place is gonna boat authenticity with as much as they're fucking fuck their faces up. Or fix their faces. Either way, you're a fucking lie. Your face isn't even real. I'm not gonna believe that true words are gonna come out of fucking fake faces. I'm just not. I'll be nice. I'll be decent. I won't point out the freaking were the mistakes because that's what I was in the middle. I was an inspector. I would inspect equipment. I'd look for cracks and discrepancies, and it's just what I do. It's part of my Scorpio moon. So what I do is I look at those discrepancies in people's characters based on the discrepancies that I have in my own characters, based on my defects, because there's ways that I want to act every day that I fight against myself to act. Because you gotta keep your hands to yourself. You don't put your hands on people when you're angry for any reason. When you're happy, you don't touch people. It's just an agreement that should be known. Yet there's too many people out there, they don't give a fuck. They do what they want. Their mommy told them they had the golden penis, or they got the winningest vagina, whatever. Like, that they are the end all be all, and they really aren't. So the world needs to be humbled. It's about to be humbled in a very big way. There's a lot of people that think that they hold a great deal of significance. You will find out how you don't. So, it's getting weird. Because people self-will. Because what people can't control themselves, they won't control themselves. I've been there. I've heard the voice, don't do that thing. And then I do the thing. Don't say the thing. And then I say the thing. I mean, like, I learn from experience. So, other people will. It's very easy to cause harm to other people. I don't want to cause harm to other people. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want nobody to hurt me. I don't want nobody to hurt mom. I don't want Luna to suffer. I want Stanley to be a happy cat. He's a happy cat. I think I'm going to run out and get mom some breakfast. And then see what I can do to add some positivity in the world. Because it's fucking bad out there, man. It's bad for a lot of people. And I know that there's all those love and lighters that are so busy going around to Sedona and to this conference and that conference. And they're ignoring the shadow aspects. But because those shadow aspects exist, their lives are exceptionally good, and people need to be more grateful for what they do have. I'm talking to me too, so. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Give me a kiss, girl. Give me a kiss in this. Oh, this is so pretty. You're so pretty. Peace.